So title for this evening webinar, Portfolio Construction Strategies. So if you have been following the advertisement, following the write-up before this webinar, I keep talking about investment systems, create investment systems. So I'm so glad that I'm given a chance to really spread this knowledge. A lot of people always think that investment is about buy low, sell high. Investment is about stock tips. Some people still think that investment is about gambling. So definitely not true. Hopefully you can really appreciate, or in fact, if there's only one thing you can bring away from this webinar, hopefully this is the message. Investing is about creating investment systems. Okay, so this is the main thing I really want to put across. It's about creating investment systems. And I realize that for those who appreciate this, who understand this concept, you eventually is going to be a successful investor. Okay, so one analogy I could actually give here is this. We all know that if, let's say, for example, you want to be healthy, okay, you want to be fit. Okay, it's not a function of, how fast you can run, how good you can swim, how good a badminton player you are. Okay, it's not. Okay, but rather what, you have a system in place. Like, for example, in my case, I will try to swim at least twice per week and go and cycle or walk in the weekend. I have a system, okay? And every time I exercise for at least 30 minutes, okay? And the other main part is I have to be disciplined. I have to continue this routine, swim 2 times per week, exercise, for a very long time. Then I can achieve my fitness. Okay, so really investing, you should have the same concept. It's not about, oh, today I feel like it, I go and buy. Tomorrow, I'm too busy, I forget that I don't do. Or today the flavor of the month is crypto. Tomorrow the flavor of the month is land banking, and things like that. You'll be hopping around. Okay, then obviously you're not going to achieve financial health. So investment system, like I said, if there's only one thing you can bring back from today's webinar, okay, hopefully you can switch. What is investing? Investing is about creating investment systems. And of course, to put it in more formal terms, we call it portfolio construction. Portfolio construction. So let me just clear some admin slides. My name is Emin. If you are meeting for the first time, hello and welcome. CFA stands for Chartered Financial Analyst. It's my professional investment designation. I'm an MD and founder of this company called Invest Coach. I want to talk a little bit about this company. Now, I used to be a fund manager. I used to work for CapitaLand. I used to work for Phillip Capital. And I realized that, okay, I use my skills to help the rich get richer. I thought I could use my skills a little bit better, especially I realized that, common sense is actually not very common sometimes. Like, for example, we investment analysts, we look at investment day in, day out. Something that is actually very second nature to us is actually not may not be so obvious if, let's say, you are busy with something else. Okay, so that's why I decided to sell this company. It's an education company, a pure education company. I teach for a living. Okay, and this company has the vision of everyone makes sound investment decision. So how I define a sound investment decision? Before you put money, you know why you do it. Okay, why are you putting the money? And you know exactly how your return is actually going to come by for you. Also, that's what we mean by sound investment decision. Okay, I am also a regional investment speaker. Interestingly, during COVID period, I actually get to speak more overseas, of course, via webinar, and some of you actually know me through the SGX Academy. Okay, standard disclaimer, education today. So today is purely education. Like I said, I really want to drive the point across to you what I mean by creating investment systems. Okay, so that's what I'll drive across point to you, and I'm actually going to give a lot of examples. So pure education. Along the way, I may mention company names just to illustrate the process. Okay, definitely not stock tips. Make money, be happy. Lose money, don't blame me. Okay, that's what I like to say at this point in time. Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much for answering my question just now. So a lot of you have already invested in something. Okay, crypto bonds, ETF. So now we have new friends coming in. Don't mind, maybe I could just ask a very similar questions. Now we have a list of very common investment instruments here: CPF, endowment, stocks, unit trusts, property, CTF, bonds, and crypto. Can I just trouble you to just type on the chat how many of these instruments are you already currently invested in? Okay, can I just, the question now is how many? If let's say you only invested in stocks, I mean type 1. If you're invested in stocks, ETF, and bonds, maybe help me type 3. Okay, so how many of this investment are you already investing in? Okay, thank you so much, Emily. You have 4. Hichasung 2. Wow, then congrats, you have 5. Wow, Aravin 7. Great. Okay, Johnson 5. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now a more important question I want to drive at is this. Okay, why do you have such a combination? Or put it this way, does your combination, is it bringing you closer to your financial goal? Okay, I realize this, a lot of people actually buy certain things because of the flavor of the month. Because, you happen to meet, attend this marketing webinar, or either that you happen to meet this person who talked about this, then you say try, and end up, okay, you actually have a portfolio. Of course, what I'm trying to tell here is this: that is definitely not the way to it. But having said that, if let's say, you have this solid combination is bring you to your financial goal, sure, congratulations. So yes, what I'm trying to tell you here is this: it shouldn't be deciding the product first, okay, then see whether it will bring to your financial goal, but rather deciding what is your financial goal first, then deciding what's the product. So this is what I want to really push through in today's webinar. Okay, I think the best way for me to illustrate is to give my own story. Okay, so probably I'll use my own story to actually illustrate this point. Hopefully it's not too boring. Now, I have this financial objective of financial freedom. So interestingly, I've been talking to a lot of people. Many also have this objective. So what exactly is financial freedom? Okay, you have passive income. Okay, you have passive income that can surpass your expenses. And technically speaking, you don't have to work, you can live happily ever after. So that is what financial freedom means. Okay. So I've been talking to a lot of people. They also want to have this objective, but very interestingly, so I asked them, okay, so you want passive income. So which instrument is actually giving passive income right now? He said, okay, none of them. So this is a very good example of what I mean by please make sure your objective decide your instruments rather than the other way around. And of course, I'm definitely not saying any one particular instrument to me objective. Okay, end of the day, yes, we are still have a series of instruments to achieve our objective. So now I have about 6 to 7. Okay, I spread my money across 6 to 7. Okay, each have a very specific reason why I do it. Okay, and together as a whole, they are actually there to help me to achieve this objective of financial freedom. Okay, now, let's start with portfolio construction strategies. Okay, did someone, okay, let's start with portfolio construction strategy. So of course, number one here is this, number one point on purpose is this: you start off with your investment objective, okay, financial freedom. Okay, then you actually need to create investment systems to achieve your objective. Or like what we need to call it formally in financial lingo is you must have portfolio construction strategies to create objective. So basically, when we talk about portfolio construction strategies, there's actually 3 main parts. So we actually have, now you said you want financial freedom. What do you actually mean by financial freedom? Okay, you cannot just say, oh yeah, financial freedom, I just want passive income to cover expense. So how much? What is your expense? You need to know. Okay. Then next is you have to allocate your assets between different instruments. Okay, why? Because there's no one perfect instruments. Each has their pros and cons. And then lastly, which is the most important, okay, which I've been going to stress for a long time, okay, investment is about create investment systems. How do you actually create investment systems with the instruments you have selected to help you eventually achieve your objective? Oh, so again, like I said, this is my story. Hopefully, by understanding my story, you have a clearer picture of what investing really is about. Now, okay, first one is understand financial freedom. So like I said, it's not just about saying that create passive income. How much? Okay, so this is what I did. I sat down my wife one day and said, okay, let's calculate how much we actually need. So that how much we need so that we can know how much passive income is actually required. I actually break down my expenses into basic. Okay, so these are my basic expenses. Okay, I need to spend about $3,150 per month, okay, for me and wife to survive. Okay, this is based on current costs, current costs. And probably, I spend roughly about $800 per month. Okay, work out per month for my luxury items. Of course, I don't travel every month. Okay, but I probably need to save about $800 per month so that I can, maybe travel once a year destination and go for fine dinings, probably like once every quarter. Okay, so basically, my total monthly cost, is about 4,000, as you can see here. Okay, I don't expect for me to achieve financial freedom today. Okay, I probably expect to achieve financial freedom. Okay, a very standard way of planning is on your retirement, which to me is about 20 years later. So in this case, I need to factor in inflation. Okay, I need to factor in inflation, and it worked out that okay, I need $7,000 per month. $7,000 per month, okay, to sustain my lifestyle. So what have I done here? I have actually determined, okay, I say I want financial freedom. What is financial freedom? Generate passive income of $7,000 per month. Okay, generate passive income of $7,000 per month. Now, let's do a little bit of calculation here. Okay, come to my webinar, must do a little bit of calculation. Now, do me this little favor. If I want $7,000 per month, which work out to be 84,000 per year, 7 times 12, 84,000. And I believe I can generate 6%. 6%, what do you call that? 6% dividend from my investment portfolio. Okay, 6% of my investment portfolio, okay, give me 84,000. Now, can I just trouble someone to share on the chat? Then what should be the size of my investment portfolio be such that 6% of the portfolio can actually give me 84,000 or $7,000 per month? Okay, I need you all to work it out. I'm actually going to give you some time because this is quite important. Maybe give you some time. I'm actually going to come back like 2 minutes, and of course, hopefully I see some answer on the chat. Okay, I'm going to stop for a while. I need you to calculate, okay, how much should the portfolio size be such that 6% of this portfolio will give you 84,000 per year and 7,000 per month. Okay, yes, I have some answer. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Shalene. Yes, it's actually about 1.4 million. 1.4 million. Okay, how I get 1.4 million? You actually take 6% of 1.4 million, you actually get 84,000 per year, $7,000 per month. Okay, so this is how you should determine your investment objective. Okay, I repeat now, this is a very important exercise. You should determine. I realize that a lot of people, they keep earning money. They always say not enough, not enough. And at the end of the day, they have actually so much money left over to next generation, causing them to fight. Okay, so on the other extreme end, you have people always think that, never mind lah, YOLO. Okay, on the day it comes, when the day comes, sure got enough one. Then after that, on the day when it comes, they realize not enough. So it's actually a very important exercise. So for me, it's actually very clear. I need about 1.4 million. Okay, and it has been a very powerful thing. So everything I do is actually work towards 1.4 million. When I had to make financial decision, I'll say, hey, how does it affect this objective? Okay, so this is how I set my objective. Number one, I want financial freedom. What is financial freedom in numerical terms? I need to have 1.4 million that actually give me a payout of at least 6% annually. And that is what my investment is about. Investment is not just about make more money. No. Okay, I have a very clear objective, which is this 1.4 million and to pay out 6% annually. So of course, if there's any questions, feel free to just paste on the chat and ask me later. But this is a very important point, and I realize that for those who really to go through this exercise, having a very clear objective, you end up become a more successful investor. Now, once you have determined the objective, it's actually about portfolio allocation. There is actually a very scientific way. A lot of people thought that, hey, how I allocate my asset should be based on my risk appetite. If I am risk adverse, I should put more into bonds. If I am risk taker, I can go in stocks. No, sorry, that is not the way to determine your asset. Okay, yes, risk is one of the consideration, but not the main consideration. So what is the main consideration should be what should be your investment objective. Okay, so in fact, if you want to do it properly, you should look at doing like some of this spreadsheet. Okay, so this is a case example here. So assume that I need 1.4 million. I need it for the next 20 years. And now I have 200,000 for investment. And every month I can save 2,000, for example. So with this, I will actually work out what I call my required return. So basically, all my money have to grow by 5% per annum. Okay, then I will eventually hit my objective. Again, this is a very powerful numbers. Okay, why is that so? So every time, if let's say, for example, I have money in FD, give me 1%, I say, hey, look, I need 5%. Now my money is growing 1%. Cannot be lah. Also, in fact, today I have $0 in FD. I have $0 in FD because I need 5%. Okay, at the same time, on the other extreme, if let's say there's investment, I say, hey, you can make 20% per annum. I say, no need, it's okay. I don't need to take that kind of risk. Life is very fair. High risk, high return. Okay, there's no such thing as freelance. A free lunch. Yes, there are instruments that can give you 20% return. Okay, but at the same time, this instrument can actually maybe make you lose 100%, in fact, 200% of your investment. Okay, so I say, no need. I just need 5%. So with this 5%, right, I could actually just do a calculation here and see how I should allocate my assets. Okay, so please, another important point, asset allocation should not be based on just risk. It's not a function of you are less risky, you are more risk averse, you go for bonds, you are more risk taking, go for stocks. No, objective. What is the objective that determines? So of course, I need to allocate my assets in such a way that the expected return is going to be more than 5%. And I know that, okay, so when that in place, I let the system work, eventually I will hit my 1.4 million. So that is how you should do proper asset allocation. Okay. So with that, I actually have crafted, okay, I know what's my objective. Okay, I know my location. So with that, I have actually crafted, or put it this way, I have selected what are the instruments to look at. Okay, what is instruments that can actually help me achieve that required return. So number one, okay, again, this one have to be aligned. I see a lot of people making this mistake. They say they want financial freedom. Then I ask them, hey, then how come you're not investing in things that give you passive income? So in my case, like I said, I want financial freedom. So I actually look at all the things that actually give me passive income, CPF, REITs, shares, and endowment and annuities. So all this eventually is going to give me a passive income. Okay. Now, since I'm actually down here, the other thing I want to highlight here is this. Okay, don't always think that investment must be something very sexy. Wow, you know, must draw this chart, draw that chart. Okay, wow, must 100,000 in, 100,000 out. No, if you realize, I actually put CPF as an investment instrument. Why? Because if you actually see this as an investment instrument, you will treat it differently. You actually learn how to maximize it, and then of course make more money out of it, which you can do with CPF. Like for example, I'm not sure why a lot of people keep talking about taking money out of CPF. So myself and a lot of my participants always think about putting money in. So we actually make a lot of very interesting, okay, there's a lot of ways you can actually benefit more from CPF. One example I always have to quote here is this. My mom is 80 plus already, of certain age, and she unfortunately had to go to hospital now and then. And every time we go there, the nurse will always ask us, hey, want to use MediSave or not? Then we say, no, we pay cash. You know, the nurse is always very puzzled. How come you pay cash? Everyone is using MediSave. Then for us, you are very puzzled. Let me ask you, MediSave, money in a MediSave, what is the kind of interest is it getting? Can someone help me here? My money in the MediSave, what is the interest rate is it getting? Anyone can help me here, please? How much is my MediSave money? How much interest? Thank you so much, Arvind. Then 4%. Then my money, my bank account only give me 1%. So why am I using MediSave to pay? Of course, this is probably for, okay, I know that there are people who cannot afford, okay, but if let's say, for example, if you can afford to make the choice, hey, in fact, using cash is better. Okay, so of course, there's a lot of other things that CPF can actually help you to increase your returns. In fact, there's this movement called 1M65. Some of you may actually heard it before. And theoretically speaking, it's actually possible. So it's definitely one investment instrument. And of course, it's definitely one of mine that give me passive income. Okay, then REITs and shares. They are definitely my passive income generating instruments. So REITs, they are actually very good at giving dividends, and obviously shares as well. So shares actually split into two parts. One part, I call it income shares, and I actually buy them on a regular basis and eventually give me a very nice dividends, which of course is going to cover my expense, help me to become financially free. Okay. Endowment annuities. So a lot of people ask me, hey, endowment annuities return is not as great, only 3%. Okay, but of course it has its benefits. As long as the insurance company, they don't collapse, you are guaranteed. So this is why you actually need to have a variety. Okay, and of course, all these add together should give me my 7,000. Now, I don't only invest in passive income. Okay, I also invest in instrument to give me protection. So again, you can see here, okay, the way I do it is actually very clear. Always objective first, then talk about the instrument. Okay, so please do it that way. Objective first, then talk about the instrument, not the other way around. Now, of course, this insurance, there's actually two parts to this. One is if, let's say, touch wood, anything happen, okay, unfortunately happen, yeah, there's a payout lah. So the other thing here is this, this is where I keep my emergency fund. Okay, I'm not sure whether you're familiar. If you actually buy into a life policy, there is a cash value. Okay, later I'll share with you. And that's where I park my emergency fund. So in that sense, I don't really need to like park my emergency fund somewhere else. Okay, so this is what I use insurance for. And okay, because I'm a full-time investor, and of course, I think it's everybody wish to expedite the process. That's why I actually go into some growth instrument, growth shares. Okay, that means shares not so good at giving dividends, but higher chance of capital gain. ETFs, same thing. Okay, so probably some ETFs that actually give me capital gain, and yes, a little bit into crypto. Okay, so here's the thing. That's how my portfolio works. If let's say, for example, the growth did well, do very well, okay, then of course the whole process is expedited. I can maybe get my 7,000 passive income earlier. Okay, if unfortunately all the growth don't do well, like for example, crypto, okay, I'm not going to lie to you, crypto, the portfolio actually came down recently. I'm not spared as well, but very small portion. Okay, I'm not spared as well. Okay, if they don't do well, okay, it's okay. I still have my main engine here. Life still goes on as, you know, as smoothly as possible. I'm still in line to actually achieve my financial freedom at, you know, retirement age. Okay, so this is how my investment systems look like. Okay, again, important things I want to repeat: objective first, then talk about your instrument. Okay, and make sure instrument makes sense. I know a lot of people buy into ETF, crypto, then after that they say they want financial freedom. Then hey, where are you going to get a passive income? Okay, so that is the main thing you have to do to decide how do you actually plan all this. Now, of course, my income portfolio, in fact, my dividend portfolio, I've been running for a while already. Okay, and you can see I'm actually getting dividends from my stock portfolio. And at this point in time, I will reinvest the dividends because I'm still working. I don't really need the passive income per se, no, but it's already generating. I have sort of like turned on the tap. In that sense, I've actually turned on the tap. Okay, I know that I can eventually depend on this, okay, because I'm actually getting dividend right now. And of course, my annuities, okay, so my annuities will actually come in, and my CPF, okay. So that's why very important to learn, to understand all the CPF, minimum sum, so on and so forth. And eventually, we're actually going to get like about $2,000 for one person. So basically, me and my wife are actually going to get $4,000. Okay, so, and I'm very focused, you know, every day I'm trying to increase my dividends. I'm trying to increase from annuities for my CPF, and you know, definitely getting closer to my 7,000 per month passive income. Okay, so hope you get the idea of what I mean by set objective and work towards to achieve it. So I see a lot of people, why invest, make money. Then after that, wow, today go and trade, make $100,000. Tomorrow go and trade, lose $50,000. Next day go and trade, lose another $50,000. Net, don't make anything. Or some even worse, buy shares, wow, make money, very happy, go and splurge. Okay, buy shares, lose money, keep quiet, don't let the wife know. In the end, are you accumulating? Are you moving towards your investment objective? Also, my point here is this, like my case, what's my objective? Passive income. And what am I doing? I'm actually building my dividends. Okay, keep expanding my portfolio, see the dividend keep getting bigger and bigger, rolling bigger and bigger. Then I, you know, work on my annuities, I work on my CPF, okay, and I actually do make sure that I'm getting closer and closer to $7,000 per month of passive income. Okay, and this is what investing should be about. I really hope that at the very least, I can clear the myth that investing is definitely not gambling. It's definitely not get rich quick, but achieving objective as such. Okay, the protection, as I mentioned, so these are some of my insurance policy, and just in case you are not aware, if you have a life policy, not a term life, a life policy, very likely there's actually cash value there. And this cash value, you can actually withdraw. You can actually withdraw when you need to. Okay, you can actually withdraw. So in that sense, it's actually a very good source of emergency fund. You don't need to do it. So in 2020, this one really came in as, luckily I don't have to touch it, but it sort of give me certain comfort level. Of course, 2020, we all know what happened. The SARS, no, not SARS, okay, the COVID-19 happened, okay, and I am being affected head on. Okay, my job is to do events, and of course, all events have to stop. I was like, that one's going to happen. Okay, so luckily, I know that if let's say I need some funds to tide me through, it's actually there. So again, it's actually very important. This is what investment planning is about. You cannot just talk about just growth. I want money quick. No, you need to have also protection. It's a bit like the soccer match. Cannot just always think about attack. You also must have a defense. Okay. Now my growth portfolio, like I said, why it's actually there. Okay, I actually from a very bigger picture. So if my growth portfolio performs well, I definitely can accumulate my funds faster. Okay. Now, so the other thing you also have to note here is this. Okay, we have to understand this. Okay, so let me just explain the chart. The blue line is the STI. Can you see the blue line is the STI? So generally speaking, STI, okay, we just have to acknowledge its features. It's actually quite flat. Okay, but it's actually very good at giving dividends. So most of my dividend stocks is actually from Singapore, even though the market is quite flat. Okay, the green line is actually Dow Jones. As you can see, over long term, it will tend to perform a lot better. Okay, and the red line is the China index. China index. Okay. Also, what I do here is this. This one, I do invest in, of course, China, do invest in US. Of course, hopefully they can actually help me to accumulate funds faster. And at the same time, actually help me to balance off. So let's say, for example, certain point in time, I would have like China fund performing. If I need funds, hey, I have certain assets that is performing better. So again, a very good example is actually during the COVID period. Now, if you actually look at it very carefully during COVID period, when STI is down, okay, if you look at here, STI down, US is down. In fact, the Chinese market is, can you see? It actually recover a lot faster. If I happen to need money at that point in time, hey, I don't need to sell things at a loss. So that is another the function of a growth portfolio or the growth stocks. Okay. So hopefully I give you an idea how you should actually decide on the instrument. Okay, how you actually decide instrument. Okay, generally speaking, we actually have three main parts. The income, the protection, and the growth. There's actually three main parts: income, protection, and growth. Okay, to actually decide on the instrument. And how you should actually decide on this is really based on this asset allocation chart, okay, to determine your required return. So again, you can see it's actually a very scientific process. It shouldn't be, today I free, then I look at it. Tomorrow not free, don't look at it. No, if you are really interested to grow your wealth, over long term, okay, you must have a very clear process. Okay. Now, I come to the last part very quickly about, in fact, today, the most important part, I talk about creating investment system. Hey, what exactly is this investment system? Okay, I have a very good analogy for you. And I think if you can appreciate this, I think you can really understand how important the investment is. Now, before I go further, I want to ask this question: is investment an art or a science? Okay, before you answer, let's have some definition first. We call it art whereby the same process will produce different results. Okay, that means you do exactly the same thing. Sometimes you make money, sometimes you lose money. Okay, that's okay. If that will be an art now. Okay, if you do a science, that means you actually do the same process. If every time make money, okay, if this time make money, if it's a science, every time will make money. Okay, then it's a science. Okay, same process, produce the same result. The question here is this: is investment an art or a science? Anyone can help me here? Can you please share onto the chat? Okay, what do you think? Is investment an art or a science? Can I do more response? Thank you so much, John. John says an art. Okay, that means you cannot guarantee the return. Okay, Dan says an art. Teacher Seng says an art. Okay, maybe I just wait for 2 more response. Interesting. Everyone says an art. Money says a science plus arts. Okay, now, okay, maybe I just change this question a little bit. Would you prefer investment to be an art or science? Okay, do you prefer investment to be an art or science? Your preference. Would you want investment to be an art or science? Okay, thank you so much. I think the answer is quite obvious. So what if I tell you investment could be a science? Okay, and this is what investment system is about. Okay, so investment, it can be a science. Of course, a lot of people treat it like an art. If every time you buy, you tell yourself, try law, depend on my luck law, maybe can, maybe cannot, lose, never mind, then you are treating like an art. And what I am telling here today is it can be a science. You can do it as a science. I have come up with a very interesting analogy to explain. Okay, hopefully you like it. Now, of course, I'm not asking you to gamble, but it's actually a very good analogy. Okay, now what science are we actually using? Or what science we can use to actually help us to sort of like guarantee our returns? We can actually use the science of probability. The science of probability. Okay, so I'm actually going to explain this. Again, if you could understand this, I think it's going to be very helpful to your whole mindset of what investing is about. Okay, let me just pull out one of my prop. Okay, now, what you actually see here is what we call American roulette. Okay, a lot of people don't know, actually, casino, they actually use the investment science to actually help them to guarantee a winning. Okay, okay, maybe before I go further, do you all agree with this statement? Casino will always make money. Yes or no? Do you all agree with this statement? Casino will always make money. Yes or no? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the answer is a yes. Why? Because they actually use science to help them make money. Okay. And interestingly, they actually use the same science and investor can use. Okay, now let me explain. What you actually see here is American roulette. And if you look at it carefully, there's 38 numbers. 38 numbers. 18 black, 18 red, make up to be 36, and 2 green, as you can see here. Okay, 18 black, 18 red, 2 green. Okay, of course, how the game is played is you throw this ball and depend on where it lands. Okay, now, again, I need you to help me calculate. If let's say I bet black, can you tell me what is the probability that I will actually win? To the nearest percentage, please. Okay, if I bet black, what is the probability I will actually win the game to the nearest percentage? Anyone can help me here, please? Okay, 0.47. Okay, maybe I just wait for 2 more answers. If I bet black, what is the chance that I will actually win this game? Anybody else? Okay, Emily said 0.47. Okay, 0.473. Maybe I just wait for one more answer. Thank you so much. 47%. Thank you so much. That's the answer. How I get 47? You take 18 divide by 38. Okay, so it's actually not 50-50. Okay, that means the chance that the casino wins, how much? Is actually 53%. Okay, now this is the first science that casino use to help them to secure the winning. And number one, all their games that they have, the probability are all in their favor. That means it's actually more than 50%. Okay, and if you're a gambler, okay, the probability is against you. Okay, if you are a gambler, probably winning is always less than 50%. So this is the first science that the casino use, okay, to help them secure winning. The second science is this called the law of large numbers. The law of large numbers says that if this game is actually played enough times, okay, the outcome will always equal to the probability. So if let's say we play this game 1,000 times, we will always win only 470 times. We will always lose 530 times. And net, the casino will always mix from that 60 times. Okay, so that's what the law of large numbers says. If it's played enough time, the outcome will always equal the probability. So I personally have tested this law of large number myself, and very interesting, it works. Okay, I'm quite sure you all know this national hobby called Toto. Toto. Okay, does anybody knows what is the probability of winning any prize? Not the top prize, but winning any prize. $10 also considered win. Anybody knows one out of how many numbers? Okay, you will actually win. Okay, never mind, this is a little bit difficult. So anyway, you all can go and check. Thank you so much. It's about 54. Thank you so much, Dan. So basically, the probability of winning any prize, $10 because say win, is actually 1 out of 54. Okay, and I've tried at least 6-7 times. Every time I buy 54 tickets, confirm got one sure win. Okay, so far I've tried, but of course then I still lose money because I win $10, I paid $54. But hey, you know, it just shows that the law of large number works. Okay, now, so here's the thing. That's how the casino always make money. Why? Because number one, they actually set games all in their favor. Okay, probability of them winning is actually more than 50%. Okay, number two, what happens? They want to keep people to keep coming in and play. And when that happens, okay, they will have more win than lose. Okay, let's say 1,000 times, they will actually win 530 times. They will only lose 470 times. Then net, they will actually make money from that 60 times. And this is how casino uses science to secure the winning, not luck. Gambler use their luck, yes, but casino don't use luck. They use science to actually secure the winning. And what I'm trying to say here is this: we could actually use the same science. And in fact, casino has been using this investment science, okay, to secure the winning. Okay, now this is very important. Whatever I said over the past 5 minutes, if you can understand it, don't mind just help me type a 1 on the chat. If you think you're lost, need me to repeat somewhere, please help me put a 0. If you ask me, I think this is the most important part of tonight's webinar. Okay, investment systems. Okay, if whatever I said 5 minutes ago makes sense to you, can understand, put a 1. If you think that if you're lost, please actually put a 0. Okay, of course, and Of course, if you have any questions, you may actually want to ask. Okay, good. Most people can get it. So, and please ask any questions you may actually have. Okay, now, if I could actually follow the exact same principle, okay, I could actually follow the exact same principle to help me to behave like a casino in the investment market. Okay, in other words, can use science to help me secure my winning. Now, what do I do here? Number one thing here is this. I actually have this investment system. Okay. Or another way to put it, I have this step-by-step process for me to select my stocks. Okay, like for example, this is my investment system for REITs. Okay, I have a very defined process to select my REITs. And after this process of selecting, okay, I'm able to make sure that this selection, okay, the chance of this REIT make money for me is actually more than 50%. So again, I can actually prove that, but probably not today. It takes me a while to actually prove it. Okay, but I can actually prove that. That means when I select my stocks, select my REITs, or select my ETF, as long as I have a working process, okay, I have a very clear step-by-step process, I am able to make sure that this REIT, this stock, this ETF, the probability that this instrument can give me, can make money for me is more than 50%. So that is actually possible. Okay. Then the next thing, what do I have to do? I have to let the law of large number kicks in. That means I have to do it over and over again so that I have a portfolio. Okay, now this is an interesting part. Anyone here can make a guess. Let's say we just talk about stocks. So how many stocks do we have to buy so that the law of large number can kick in? So it's actually statistically proven. There's actually this number. Okay, there's actually this number. Okay, whereby after this number, the law of large number will kick in. Anybody want to make a guess? What is this number? Or how many stocks I need to buy so that the law of large number will kick in? It's actually statistically proven. Anyone can make a guess. How many stocks I need to buy? 1,000. No, not so much. Not so much. For the law of large number to kick in. Any guess? 1,000 is way too high. 1,000 is way too high. 200 is still too high. 200 is still too high. 21 is a little bit low. Okay, thank you so much, Sarinta. Okay, answer is 30. Okay, if you actually go and study some finance textbook, they tell 30. Once you hit 30, it's large number. So this is what happened here. I have a process. Through this process, I select my stocks, select my REITs, or select my ETF. Okay, after this process, the chance that this stock, this REIT, this ETF make money for me more than 50%. Okay, then what do? I keep repeating the process over time. I diversify over different stock, over different time. And once I hit 30, okay, of course, under certain conditions, okay, under certain conditions, once I have the large number, I will have more wins than lose. And of course, I can secure my winning this way. So this is what I mean by investment system. Number one, investment system is not just about or have a routine or what. Okay, once you have a system, you can actually use science to help you secure winning. Okay, so this is really the main message for tonight's webinar. Hopefully, after today's session, you all have a different opinion of what investing is about. A lot of people keep thinking that investing is an art, investing depends on luck. No, investing is about creating investment systems. And why? Because investment systems, you can use science to help you secure winning. As mentioned, if you can really grasp this point and go back, I'm very happy already. Okay. So this is eventually my whole game plan to create investment systems on different instruments, and of course, eventually, what do you call that? Achieve my objective of financial freedom, which of course, hopefully I can get more people to invest correctly, plan their investment correctly, to achieve your financial freedom. Okay, so this has been my company mission for a very long while. In fact, I started this company almost 11 years ago. I really hope that, you know, more people can make sound investment decision, which is really understand why your investment going to make money. Hopefully, I can explain to you why, and of course, how exactly going to make money. Okay. Like I said, I really hope more people can invest this way instead of wow, crypto is good, just go invest in crypto. Wow, land banking is good, go invest in land banking. Wow, property is good, go invest. No, it's really have a very well thought of plan, okay, to approach for your investment. So this is where I have actually started this thing called the portfolio construction program. And we have do a lot of work to make sure this program can be brought to you at a very affordable cost. Later you'll see. I mean, it's quite crazy for the amount that you actually have to pay to learn all this. I think it's quite crazy. So anyway, so let me just share a few more about this program. Now, in this portfolio construction program, okay, we have this thing called the foundation training. Okay, broken down into 5 main parts over 10 solid training hours. Now, the first session is about setting up your investment plan. Okay, so this is where we want to work out for you, okay, how much money you require. Mine is 1.4, how much you require. Okay, what is your required return? So mine is about 5%. What is your required return? And then most importantly, how you should allocate your assets. Okay, very interesting. We actually seen a lot of people doing very funny things with asset allocation. End of the day, the greed often, you know, take over them, and they always end up in a lot of bad investment decision. So we want you to be very clear first. You know how much you need, what's your required return, and how to allocate assets. Okay. Next is this. The next 4 sessions, we will actually go into different instruments. Okay, fixed income, stocks, exchange traded funds and unit trusts, and REITs. Okay, these 4 different instruments. Now, we are not going to teach you what is a REIT, what is a stock, blah blah blah, you know, so on and so forth. Okay, but the most important thing that we actually want to bring across is what is the process, okay, to help you make sure that when you select a fixed income, you select a stock, your probability that this selection is going to make money for you is going to be more than 50%. So in the end, you actually get away step-by-step selection process, hands-on selection process, as you can see here. Okay, different selection process, okay, for you to make sure that after going through this process, the chance that, okay, whatever being selected is going to help you get more than 50%. A very good analogy is like a recipe. So what you see here is the bread being baked by my wife. She's recently into, in fact, during COVID period, like everybody else, nothing to do. Start like the bread baking, pardon, bread baking. And what do? Okay, she actually just go and download recipes either from YouTube or from the internet, and she just follow step by step. Okay, and yes, you can actually get very decent bread. And that's exactly what we actually want to do in this course. Okay, this process is like a recipe. We're actually going to give you step by step, very clear steps. And after this process, very likely you can actually make sure your selection more than 50%. Okay, and we actually break it down into different instruments. Okay, the process for fixed income, process for stocks, process for funds, process for REITs. Okay, now after this program, okay, some of you may not have the confidence, some of you may have a lot of queries. Okay, we don't believe that, oh, you know, after I just go through the course, that's it, bye-bye. We actually want to meet you like once a month. So we actually have this thing called the financial gym, because don't forget, like I said, you know, investment is like exercise. Okay, so what, you can be a very good badminton player. If you don't play regularly, okay, you don't get a fitness. So same thing, after knowing the process, you don't apply, it's not going to work. So we have this once a month financial gym to help you keep discipline, and of course, answer any questions that you may have. Like for example, meet once a month, discuss instruments. Okay, like for example, now every meeting we have a team, like this team is stocks. Okay, then we will actually narrow down what are some of the 10 stocks we should be focusing on for this month. Okay, we actually discuss it together. Of course, I'll be the facilitator. And obviously current affairs, hey, this period with the Fed going to increase interest rate, are we going to have recession, so on and so forth. We will also invite speakers. We have friends who can come in and share so they can learn new things. And we actually have this portfolio simulation game, okay, whereby after every meeting, you are given $5,000 and we'll see like what will you invest. Okay, then after that, I will summarize it and actually give to everyone so that you roughly know what are some of the popular counters among, okay, the group members. Okay, of course, it doesn't mean that you can only wait until once a month to ask us questions. So once you're in this FG, you are in the WhatsApp group, okay, we will share with you information on timely basis. Of course, any questions you can actually ask. Now, in the FG, we will also look at different instruments. So as you can see, even though we look at fixed income, stocks, funds, and REITs, okay, in the FG, it's about investment. As long as anything to do with investment, we will actually talk about it. Okay, one example here is this. This was last year, okay, when NFT is actually still new. A lot of people don't know what NFT is. So we actually give this challenge to my partner, Jimmy. So by the way, this program is co-run by myself and Jimmy. Jimmy will be helping me in some of the modules. And we actually gave him this challenge. Hey, can you actually do a NFT presentation so that a 16-year-old can understand? He took up the challenge. And yes, I got my 16-year-old daughter to watch it. And now my daughter actually have created NFTs on OpenSea platform. Okay, so by the way, if let's say you're still clueless about what NFT is, you can scan on this QR code. The video is still uploaded on YouTube. It's actually a very good video. Really help you to understand NFT. Why is it so crazy? How come people are spending millions of dollars on buying things that can be easily replicated? Also, you can scan the QR code here to learn more. These are the feedbacks from some of the past participants. Have been in this group for at least 1 year. Okay, good influence. How I will look into my financial planning. Okay, this is our focus here. We don't just invest, make money, but really, invest for what? Be very clear what each individual investment is supposed to do. Okay, explain jargon in layman's term. WhatsApp group can actually ask anything. We will share the latest information. Okay, special segment by special guests, okay, whereby I actually give you information. So basically, there's always something to learn in this group. And I just want to let you to listen to what some of the members have to say.
Although there are different tools, all these can be found online, but you don't really know exactly the things that you choose, right? Is it good or not good? Or is it sound or not sound?
Okay. And
in fact, this whole series of financial gym, there's a lot of very structured classes for you to learn different instruments like REITs, ETFs, unit trusts, which I've not known before. So if you want to build a portfolio which is good for your retirement, I encourage you to come for this financial gym class.
Okay, so these are some of our members. Okay, by the way, we used to meet at Suntec. This is, of course, pre-COVID, whereby we are financial gym. So that is how serious we are. It's not like some shabby places. We actually meet at Suntec. Hopefully, we can go back there very soon. The fees, now, I'm quite sure you'll find this very reasonable. Okay, to be fair, now I'm actually paying my daughter's tuition about $100 per hour. Okay, so if it's 10 hours, I'll actually pay about $1,000, but we actually only charge about $800. $800. And this, we're actually going to throw in a 2-month financial gym free trial. So of course, the financial gym, if you want, you can just keep continuing. It's actually evergreen, always running. We're actually going to throw in 2 months free, and it's actually going to worth about $80. Okay. And as a package, we are only going to charge $680. So think about it, it's even lesser than my daughter's tuition. I think I pay more in my daughter's tuition. So I don't believe I need to explain this further. And wait, think about this. Whatever the number, is it worth it or not? So what if I'm actually just going to share one tip, and probably just one tip can help you make money back? So this is the CPF statement of one of our participants. As you can see here, every year, this is the kind of interest he's getting. Okay. And all you have to do here is this. So let's say if you have 50,000 now sitting idling as a FD, okay, and you are very sure that you don't need the money, why don't you just transfer to SA, not OA, SA, and you can actually do so. You can pay as member, okay, top up your SA, and every year your interest already go up by 1,500 per annum. Okay, of course, this is not for everybody. Okay, you have to be very sure that this 50,000, you're not going to touch it only for retirement. Throughout the whole program plus FG, you're going to get probably hundreds of all these tips. And sometimes all you need is just one tip, already cover your cost already. So is it worth it or not? You think about this. And like I said, we still think that, okay, we want to make sure more people can benefit from it. Okay, really, we have seen enough. A lot of people kind of tell us, oh, I lost money here, lost money there. Okay, why? Because they even get the concept wrong. They always think that investing is buy, low, sell. No, it's about creating investment systems. So we really want to bring the message out. And what we did here is this: we have sent this program for accreditation. Okay, now this program is accredited by IBF, Institute of Banking and Finance. So it's actually a government body. Okay, as you can see, it's actually a government body. And once it's accredited, okay, if you are a finance professional, you can actually get funding for it. Okay, you can actually get funding for it. And I must say this accreditation process actually is quite long. I think it was about 3 months, okay, to make sure we can actually get it. And not all programs can get the accreditation. Okay, and if you say, hey, but I am not a finance professional, then what's going to happen? You can actually use your skill futures. You can actually use your skill features for this program. So hopefully it shows how we really want to bring out the message about investing across. We want to make this affordable. We actually want to make more people understand about the proper investment. Okay, that's why we actually take the trouble, get the accreditation. Okay, so that more people can learn about this at a very affordable rate. Okay, so if you are using your $5 of skill features credit, you're only paying $180, 10 hours. Solid training, 2 months financial gym, $180. Okay, I don't see how anywhere else you can get it any cheaper. And that is not all. I'm actually going to tell you one additional point why it's really worth it. But before that, I just want to really leave you with this statement. Okay, investing has always been a team sport. No matter how good you are at analyzing, how good at investing, if you're alone, how can you fight a team? Okay, like for example, now every morning, sometimes I will actually have this WhatsApp coming in. Hey, okay, what are some of the latest news? What are some of the latest opinions? We have friends sharing ideas with one another. Okay, and this can be on a daily basis. So investing as a team sport, don't fight this war alone. Okay, I am quite blessed that I have actually set up a few investment groups. Okay, of course, I have one for my stocks, I have one for real estate, and of course, this is my third one on what I call financial gym. Really look at all the different asset classes. So do join us. Okay. Let us help you set up your investment systems. And of course, meet us on a monthly basis through Financial Gym so that we can make sure your system will actually work very well. Okay. Now, one additional point here is this. Okay. For every run, we only have 10 packs. So this is our dedication to you. We don't want to have like very big classes. End up, okay, you don't have the quality trainer to students' time. Every run, we only have 10 packs. Okay, and of course, we try to make it as precise as possible. Eventually, during Financial Gym, we want to actually make sure to help you answer your questions and see how best for you to start your what I call it, investment system. So only 10 packs. If let's say we come to a very good problem or point in 10 packs, sorry, this run 10, then after that you have to go for the next run. We really want to make sure you can actually grasp it. The teacher ratio is correct. Okay, now these are the dates. So for this round, we are still doing online webinar. It's going to be webinar based. It's actually going to spread over 3 days, 22nd to 25th, which is next week. So hopefully you can make a decision quick. For day one, okay, 22nd, which I believe, let me just check. 22nd is a Wednesday, 7 to 10. 24th, okay, 24th, okay, that is a Friday, okay, and then Saturday is a full day. Saturday is a full day. So this is where we actually go through all the 5 modules. Then after that, the monthly meeting is on first Wednesday of the month. Okay, monthly meeting is actually on first Wednesday of the month. Okay, now this is our last preview before the course starts. We already have 4 seats taken up. Okay, we only have 6 seats left. Okay, so for those who are really want this round, please be quick. Only 6 seats left. Okay, and the registration will close this Friday. Now, this is what happened here. Okay, if you think that there is a slightest chance that you may actually want to join, you need to check the dates, whatever. Okay, please just go and register first. Raymond has actually already pasted the link. Okay, Raymond has already pasted the link onto the chat. Please go and register first. Reserve your seat first. Okay. Reservation is free, don't need to pay money. Okay, after you will actually register by either scanning a QR code, copy this link, or either that, look at the chat, the link is ready. Once you have registered, don't need to pay. After registered, then Raymond's our staff, he will actually call you to talk about the payment. So please, if you think that there's a slight chance, go and register tonight. Block your seat first. Like I said, we're actually very strict. Once the 60 is taken up, say sorry, no more. So you reserve your seats first, and you can go and check whatever dates on